And a very good evening to you all from what has been a very pleasant United Kingdom today. Can you all see my screen and hear my voice? Just give me a thumbs up, that'd be great. Marvelous, Nancy. My name's Colin. Michael's away on holiday at the moment, so he asked me to cover last week and this week with you all, which is an absolute pleasure. I actually have been using Warp to trade for well, originally the Flux, that was about 9 years ago, and then moved on to the Warp. How many of you in the room actually use Warp to trade? What about yourself, Paul? How long have you been using it for? This is an interactive show, guys. Talk to me. 5 years. Okay. 5 years in sim. That's interesting. What's something not quite fitting? Why don't you come in the room and make some money with us in the room, Paul? I run Ron's room Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays. I've been doing it for a year for him, and we teach people how to use Warp. I teach people lots of stuff, mainly how to use Warp. And I think I've got the credentials to back it up, in as much as I can show you 9 performance accounts with Apex. We were having a great week this week, Paul, and then I blew it. I blew it, not completely. I hadn't seen an Elliott wave structure complete on a higher time frame, and I thought we still had some more to go in crude. And as you know, with Elliott wave pullbacks, the stops are pretty enormous. So our winning week of $2,400, I'm afraid, went down to hi Tim. So you're a user and you've been using since 2013 successfully, enjoying it? I wouldn't trade without it. I think it's great. Yeah, so the winners today got a big hit, and I take it on the chin. We still had a winning week, although I had a losing day today. So, horses for courses, that's trading, and that'll teach me not to wait for the time cycle marker. But anyway, it's all good fun. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off. I dropped a poll out into the room. Loads of you have filled it in. Still quite a few to go. If you could just indicate. Fantastic. Good. So lots of you I see already own the software. Great responses. Own the software, love it. Fantastic. Here to learn some more. Okay, that's really good. It's good to get this feedback from you all, see who's in the room for what purposes, so I know the demographic of people that we're speaking to. Casey, good evening from the UK. Earl, welcome. How you doing? Great to see you here. Marvelous. Okay, good stuff. Well, back to the future trading, the power of predictive trading technology. My name is Colin. I run the Back to the Future trading room 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, for Ron, who still pops in and says hello and works on, I think he's currently working on putting an auto trader together for some patterns and stuff. But If you've never joined us, I am going to use this opportunity to plug our existence to you. Come on over. We've got a great group there of traders who you know, variety of experience and knowledge, and we do our best to make money in the room. And we've been pretty successful in the last 12 months. As I was saying earlier on, had a really good week this week, but then unfortunately I got thumped by crude this afternoon on what I thought was a wave 5 completion, and it had already completed, and I found myself getting stopped out. So we still had a winning week, but unfortunately not the winning week that we had last week. Anyway, there you go. Okay, TachEon Warp. The power of predictive trading. What is going wrong with my machine? Okay. So back to the future trading. We are the only company online that gives you the times and directions in advance of the market moving. Okay, we give you the trading rules in advance, and then 2 days later we come and have a look at the results. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. There we go. Has it gone? Has it gone? Has it gone? Okay. Marvelous. Marcus de Soitoy, a famous mathematician. My big thesis is that although the world looks messy and chaotic, if you translate it into the world of numbers and shapes, patterns emerge, and you start to understand why things are the way they are. What is that? Never used to have those, did we? QR codes. Wow, QR codes. You guys using these things? Yeah, I can log into WhatsApp on my desktop using one of these now. Okay, so imagine if we had a chart like this. Crude oil, 5 minutes chart. We've all seen it. Imagine if we could do this. See where these little stars are. Imagine if we knew in the future when these were going to occur. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Jack Swager, author of the Market Wizards book. My experience with the interviews conducted for this book and its predecessors, it leaves me with little doubt that the random walk theory is wrong. Okay. On Tuesday, we sent you an email giving you signals on the Tuesday, signals on the Wednesday, and an appointment which you are now keeping for a webinar on Thursday when we were going to look through these signals, okay, and see how accurate they were, or they are. So you ready to do that? Okay. I haven't checked the results of these. We just go through them. We give you raw information and we give you specific trade rules surrounding that. Okay. We're looking for signals with trend using 120 EMA, 1.5 ATR stop, and using an exit time being the opposing time. Okay, these are examples of using Aurora, I believe. You can see the buy dot 548 moved up to 618, came down to 642, moved up to 703. At 703, it just paused. Price moved up, punctured these little triangles, carried on moving up. We are in trend, okay? And you can profit from the up between, you can profit from the down, you can profit from the reversal and the puncture trade. I fully accept that some of these are going to be stop outs, okay? But here you had 1, 2, 3 opportunities to get out of this trade when you see price moving sideways for 6 minutes like that into the next buying time, and then up we go into 727 when price pulls back again. Okay, and then there's the crossover trade, entering at the close, stop below the candle. Okay, enter at the close here, exit up here, stop just down here. Yes, 3 minute, buy 1327. You could enter here if you wanted to. You could enter here if you want. Up she goes to 1357, and we close at 3,919. Okay. The puncture trend, the puncture trade. These are the rules. Okay, specific trade rules for all different scenarios. You can see here, price has pushed up, it's punctured the signal dot. Okay, highly likely price is going to continue up. What she do, she tries to come back below, and sure enough, up she goes. You can profit from these by knowing. You see the candle close above it, you're not selling that. She's going up. Well, I hope you're not selling it anyway. Okay, it's the same one. There is a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables that defines an edge. This truth makes trading a probability or numbers game. When you really believe that trading is simply a probability game, concepts like right and wrong or win and lose no longer have the same significance. As a result, your expectations will be in harmony with the possibilities. You guys read that book, Trading in the Zone? I must read it again sometime. So, is trading a guess about the past or the future? This is what just happened now, what happened a while ago in the past. This is what is likely to happen next based on modern predictive modeling. The choice, this is the choice before us. Okay, do you want to stay here, or do you want to be able to see what's going to happen to the market in the future? Okay, that is the proactive approach versus reacting all the time with lagging indicators. You're not playing on a level playing field. Okay, I remember years ago when I first saw this picture, and I thought, boy, this is what trading feels like. Okay, I'm the goalkeeper, and this goalkeeper can score against me from up there, but there's no way I'm going to reach him. Great picture, that is. We're up against the people with the goals, the Banks of America, the Credit Agricoles, the JP Morgans, Barclays Capital. These are the people who run the market, okay? We're the little guy pushing against the big Goldman Sachs. No fun sometimes, unless you've got an edge. Okay, this is you stuck in the middle of your racing car or your trading den, and this is us, at Back to the Future, helping you, okay, giving you an edge. You win the battles by knowing the enemy's timing and using a timing which the enemy does not expect. We will give you the software, give you the setup, give you the workspaces and templates, and give you the training. We will even give you a discount, okay? And we'll give you a trading future based on truth. So let's have a look at some charts. Okay. Let's have a look at some charts. Just bear with me 1 second. I have lost my ability to change my screen. Okay, you should be able to see a screen with many charts on it. I'm going to start with the ES 5 minute and have a look at the signals. Okay, now please bear in mind that I am 5 hours ahead of you guys, okay? So the signals you had at 4:15 in the morning that you can see on your handouts that came in the email, okay, that would be 9:15 my time on, that's Thursday. Let's start with Wednesday, shall we? Yes, 5 minute again, 4 minutes, 9:15. Okay. We're looking signal time, so 9:15, close of the candle. We're looking for a sell down to 9:55. Price went against us. Minus 2.25 ticks. Next signal, 9:55 up till 7:30. Is that right? Yes. 0:55 to 7:30, which is 9:55 to 7:30. So we would have been buying here, close of this candle, and going up to 10:50. Sorry, my apologies. Okay. Now, obviously, you can hold these beyond, but we are just doing this for the purposes of the email that came out to you. So first one was minus 2.25. This is plus 3.5. Next one, 10.50 down to 12.10. That would have been a loser. 2.5 points, so minus 2.5. Okay. 13.35. Well, close of this candle. Down to 14.15. Wow. What a beautiful winner, hey? These are the trades we are in this for. 14.15 up to 15.10. You'd have taken some heat. You'd have taken heat of what, 5 points, okay? But ultimately, it was another winner. So we're coming in here, 4415. Ooh, well, you're at the open, you're beyond the open, guys. I mean, you know, if you get back above the EMA, would you be taking it at 25 or would you be giving back a load? I mean, this came right back to your entry. And by the bar close time, you'd have been here. So it's a 6.5 point winner. But it could have been more. That's my point. Where are we? Very similar here, 15.20. down to 1545, another 5.5 points. Okay, 1545, close of that bar. Look at that for a beautiful trade. Let's keep it conservative. Plus 13. Okay. Again, the 1720 signal, you'd have taken some heat, but if your stop is above the dot, you'd have stayed in it, and you'd have come down to 1815. Well, if you'd have held it right to the close of that candle, you'd have had a winner of 3 points. Okay. This is a strange one, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't be trading this time of day personally, but you'd have been stopped out. Hopefully, you wouldn't have had a stop as big as that. If you'd have held it, regardless, then you know you might have got out for a scratch. Your call. I wouldn't have been trading that late. I'm not even going to think about that one because it's too late on in the day. Okay, it's not even in the 1555. Yeah, it's not in the signals that you were given. So, you know, it's up to you. You guys can add it or you can lose it. You can leave it out. I've got -2, -4 3/4. So I've got 2 losers, -4 3/4. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 winners. Okay, making a total of 16 1/4, 21 3/4, 27, 28 1/4, 38 1/4, 44, 45.5, 48, 49. Wow. Net gain of what? 44 1/4 points. Who doesn't agree with what I've just done? You'll agree with that? Okay. 2 losers, 6 winners. Come on, hands up. Anybody not agree with what I've just shown you? Net result, 44 points in the ES. 44 points. How much a point? Come on, guys. Put the dollars on it for me. Come on, somebody. How much is 44 points in the ES? Hello. Yeah. Takahiro, do you have the warp? When you're buying it? You've seen it, Takahiro. You've seen it in action. You've seen what it can do. And that's just going signal to signal. That's not using any patterns that we teach in the room. That's not using any specific support and resistance. you know, sorry, what does that say? David is, oh, is he really? Yeah, come on in and join us in the room, Takahiro. It'd be a pleasure to have you on board. You've seen it. I also want to share with you actually the email that Michael was kind enough, not the email, the chart Michael was kind enough to send me today. It's always good to hear from him and to know that he's trading in the background. I think actually he didn't trade for long. He took 1, 2, 3 trades. Let me just share this with you guys. There you go. Can you see this? This is Michael's chart today with his trades on it. I mean, it's phenomenal, isn't it? 9.15 is his price going up. Okay, he knows that it's highly likely to get a little pullback down, so he takes a little scalp off there. Sells again at 10.20 down here and closes. I mean, this is just fantastic. Little trades, little scalping trades intraday. 3 trades, 10 points in the ES. What more do you want? Yesterday in the room, I took 3 contracts off at 6 on the ES and 1 contract off at 10 on a separate trade. So that's 28 points in the ES. Okay. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Takahiro, it depends what the market's doing. You can, what is the market doing here? It's kind of range bound. It's starting to make higher lows. I get that. We're starting to trend upwards. But here, you're in a double top situation. Okay, 1720. Price is stalling a little bit. You hit a double top. It's a very low risk short down into 1815. You can start running fibs from highs to low like I do sometimes and targeting things. When you start seeing double tops forming like that, taking sells in what is essentially against the trend is not, in my opinion, high risk. But yeah, you want to just go for the trend signals. If the market's trending, then do it. I mean, we all know what the ES and the NQ are like when it comes to trending. Just when you think you're in a trend, it reverses on you. So I think you've got to be careful. You've got to sort of just be careful. That's what I'm saying. So let's take. You see, here this would have been a great one. Now technically, it's not a trend trade. However, price has tried to get above the EMA. It hasn't closed above the EMA yet. So technically the trend is still down. However, you've got a buying signal here at the open of this candle. It's, and up you go. If we'd have got this candle on the dot, I would not be buying that up here. So, sorry, Casey, I'm just reading what you're saying. Are the times more accurate on certain time frames? For example, are the 5-minute time frames more accurate than 1 minute? I don't trade a 1 minute. I do trade a 3 minute. Okay. And when you say more accurate, well, 2055 is pretty accurate, isn't it? Yeah. 0020 in the morning, I wouldn't be trading this time, but did price go down? Yes, you took no heat against that. Went down. Let's move along to when the market's open. 755. If you'd have taken that, well, it depends where your stop is. If your stop was 2 ticks below there, you'd have been stopped out. Personally, that is just before the London Open. Okay, I would not be trading it. The market's too whippy. It's a bit like trading the open. Shall we have a look at the 1 minute just for kicks and giggles? Let's have a look, see what the 1 minute was doing. Okay, it's taking a little bit of time to load, probably because I've got so many charts open. But whilst that's doing its thing, let's just have a look. I do have an ES 3 minute here. Right, let's have a look at the 3 minute. Okay, 14.12. Again, it's pre-market. I wouldn't be trading it, but that is not to say that at the open, I seem to recall at the open this morning, I did have a buy signal at 14.33. Maybe I have slightly different settings to Michael, but these are his settings and this is what we work with. So let the open get out of the way here at 14.33. Let it do its thing. And you can take a view that from here to here, you expect to see buying pressure. So if you let the first few minutes get out the way, you can stick a buy just above there. I wouldn't at this time of day do anything more than take it back to the EMA. I would have my stops at break even as quickly as possible. And I would be running it for 4 to 6 points. That is how I would be doing it. Little scalps, okay? You know the market is volatile, up and down, up and down, up and down at this time of day. And yeah, it's tricky. But at 15.18, did the market go down between 15.18 and 15.42? Yes, it did. Could you have made money? Yes, you could. And you wouldn't have taken a lot of heat. You could have had your stop just above this swing, or you could put your stop just above this dot. Okay. All right. If you're worried about risk, if you're worried about the size of your stops, then trade micros. All right. I passed all of my performance accounts trading micros. Okay. If you want to pass performance accounts, come in the room. We are profitable. We will get you through evaluations so you can have your own accounts. All right. 15.42 up to 16.30. Well, how much lower risk can you get than that, Casey? 15.42, stop at 11.5. You know, let's say we want to stay away from the ES running us 11 down to 9. So let's say we've got to have at least 2 points above or below these dots. So your stop would have been at 10.50. Okay, there. Your entry could have been anywhere from here to here. If you'd have entered up here on a buying bar, I would not let you do that in the room. Okay, buying bars at buying times, we get a sell-off. We do not buy on them, especially so close to the EMA. So we get the pullback, we're still in a buying cycle, and we buy it as low as we can with our stops here. It's still a valid trade. Okay, it's still a valid trade, and we want it to move up until 16.30. So that's great. But let's see if that 1 minute chart's loaded yet. I don't know if it has. No, it's all jammed up, I'm afraid. Too much data going through. So unfortunately, the 1 minute's not happening. Any other charts? Let's have a look at the NQ, shall we? We've got a 1 minute chart there of the NQ. Let's see what that's been doing. And then we'll look at crude oil. NQ 1 minute. So I've got Okay. 9:32 your time, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, so 2:32 to 9:55. 2:32 to 9:55. 2:32 to 9:55. Which day is that on, actually? Just bear with me. Just want to make sure that I'm looking at the right stuff. Okay, so this is NQ 1 minute for Wednesday. Date today is the 29th, so we're looking for the 28th. Oh, on a 1 minute chart, you have to scroll back so far. Okay, so now we're in the 28th. And we are looking for where's that NQ gone? There it is. Come here. 9:32. Well, strange. Where is it? Huh. Let me get this right. I am looking at this in English time, so 9:32 your time is 10, 11, 12, 1, 2:32, but I've got 2:33 here to 9:55. Not quite sure what's happened there. Not quite sure what's happened, but let's just have a look at this anyway. 14:33 on the 28th. Okay, closes above the EMA. You could buy it, small little scalp. Okay, one winner. She pulls back. We're coming into 14:53 with trend, pushes up, another winner. I'm not going to count the individual amounts. We're just looking at with trend. 15:13, well, you wouldn't buy there because it's below. Got to be back above. It's back above. 15:064, push up to the line. Fantastic little trade. Now, what happens here? What happens at 15:18? Can you see? Not only does the candle hit the dot line, it closes above. Okay, so at 15:18, you can either get out or you can stay and see what's going on and see that price punctures the dot price line. It tries to get back inside it straight away. All it's doing is retesting this ledge. If you look left, and then it's back above, has one more attempt to get back below, and then what happens? Oh, we're coming into another buying time. Price hasn't done much in the way of pushing back down, has it? That's a puncture trade, guys. And off she goes, off to the races. Okay, so again, you know, after a while, you can get to the stage where you can add to these sort of ones. But I would consider being out here at the 15:29 point. Either that, or you can just watch the next candles because you know the trend is up now. It's established, and you can see what's going on here. We've got 1, 2, 3 sideways candles, and then another puncture trade, and it carries on up. Normally 4 to 4:30 each day we start to see price changing or coming down. Okay, on this particular day it came down, but it retested the EMA, making it a pullback and a buy. Okay, I wouldn't have bought it straight away because it's only a 1 minute chart, and it did get through. But from 15,140, when it's back above, you've got another winner there. So lots of little winners there. 1647. Again, rooms closed at 1630. We do get some nice little moves around the 5 o'clock mark on this particular day. Well, if you're on a higher time frame, these higher candles wouldn't exist because they'd have all been in the wick. And here's your rollover time between 5 and 6. Okay, nice trade down. If we haven't taken the reversal, there's space at 1734 to take a short, and again you start to see puncture trades the other way. The trend is down. 1734, 1741, you've made money. 1749, 1755. When do you want to stop, guys? Okay, we're not making lower highs here. Okay, we haven't made lower high. Sorry, yes, lower highs, lower lows. My apologies, lower lows. And price starts to go sideways into your afternoon session, and pushing up again. Wouldn't take this signal. 1834, you could take that if you wanted to for a bit of a pushback down with trend. Okay, I don't trade the 1 minute. It's too much noise. 3 minutes as much noise as I really like. But Casey, for you, I'd like to say only $200 a month. But actually, if you speak to David, he is the man with much better knowledge than me. Okay, he is the organizer. He will speak to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the room. I'm sure he'll do you a deal. All right. In fact, David and I get together and chat, and I'm sure that he'll do you a wonderful deal. All right. Yes, there is, Casey. Yes, there is. You don't want the lower panel. No, in the room, I don't have the lower panel. Okay, we've got the lower panel. You want me to take it off? So we go into indicators. Okay, and here, can you see? TachEon TimeWarp panel. Press remove, press apply, and it disappears, and you just have the times. Okay, so that's great. So that's the NQ. Let's have a quick look at crude oil, which is the bane of my life. Where is my crude oil chart? I haven't got a crude oil chart. I did have earlier on. It had frozen earlier on. For which chart are you talking about, Ian? NQ. Let's have a quick look. These are the settings that Michael uses. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 0 on the 1 minute. swing of 11. Now, this is not what I use in the room, okay? I have different settings because I'm not trading a 1 minute NQ chart. So you can see what the settings are as per these charts we're talking about tonight, and as per the signals that were sent out to you 2 days ago. Okay, that makes sense. You've got warp, I take it in. Okay, have you got that? You screenshotted it. Well, I've just shown you. Okay, I haven't changed anything. These are the charts that I was sent to work off. Let's have a look on the other NQ. NQ daily settings are 5, 3. That's on the daily chart. NQ. Yeah, I don't have any other NQ charts around. ES chart. Me, Casey. Me. Okay. Basically, what we did it today at lunchtime. Okay. Ian, have you got the software? Right. Okay. You've got the software. Have you been in the room? Okay. Come in the room every single day, or no, not every single day. I have somebody saying, what settings have you got? What settings have you got? Okay. Settings can be changed. I've got people in the rooms who have worked and used Warp, and they've got their own settings that suit their own style. I have to be as uniform as possible because we're dealing with, 40, 50 people in the room on a daily basis to push out the same settings across the board. But that is not to say that you have to stick to them. Okay, I encourage you to play around with them. If you buy Warp or come in the room with Warp, I can tell you what the settings are that I use in the room. I can send you out a separate email with Ron's settings. We will be with you side by side. Okay, what do the settings adjust? Is that what you're asking, Casey? Basically, you're adjusting the swings and you're adjusting the, okay, so you're adjusting the number of days, I believe, for the swing. Okay, I'm not going to start changing these charts now. I need them week in, week out, so I'm not going to start messing around with them, or I won't put them back. Trading days as opposed to calendar days, there is a difference. Okay, if you change to calendar days, it will move your dot because the calculation will be made based on the number of trading days as opposed to calendar days. Does that make sense? And source 1, 2, 3, 4, these are just calculations. And you can change these to whatever you like and play around with it. But there are standard ones that work best. And it just takes practice. There are patterns that go along with the time cycle markers. Okay, I've already alluded to one of them. If we go back to the ES on the 5 minute, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, let's change this. See if we can get away from this 1 minute. See if she'll give me a. I hope I haven't jammed this chart up. She just doesn't want to play ball, does she? Let's have a look on the 3 minute. See, okay. Let's go out to a 15 minute. Oh, dearie me, nothing wants to change, does it? Nothing wants to change. Okay, while that's doing its thing and we've lost blue and white candles, basically, let's give you an example. Let's give you an example. Here, 427. I wanted to show it to you on a higher time frame because it looks better on a 15-minute time frame. 427 in the morning, my time. Okay. Buying bar at a buying time. Why didn't that go up? It says at 427 it's going to go up. Well, why do you think it didn't go up? It's an anomaly that seems to happen on crude oil, on ES, on NQ. When you see a buying bar at a buying time, expect a push down, okay? Especially when you can see that we've been making lower highs, okay? Now, you will normally get at least one bar pullback. There are better examples of this, certainly on a 15-minute chart, but I've just jammed two of my charts up, so I'm not going to do it again. Let me see if I can get you 240. See if this one will change. Oh, I know why it's not working. My data feed is linked to still changing times. It's almost 10 o'clock. I don't think that it's going to load any more data because it's linked to my Apex accounts. My apologies. So yeah, that's where we are. Okay, I wanted a 15-minute chart for you. Any other questions? Guys, I've been using these things, the Warp, for the last 4 years. I used the Flux before then. Come into the room, buy the software, come into the room, and let's make money. We've had 2 losing weeks in a year. Okay, all right, this week, I told you we had done $2,300, and then my last trade of the day today, I broke my rules. I didn't really break my rules. I didn't. I crossed the road without looking both ways, shall we say, and I got run over by crude oil, and I took a thumping because it was on a wave 5 completion that had already completed on a higher time frame. So you know, you win some, you lose some. We still ended up in positive territory this week. It should have been a lot better. Yeah. So if anybody hasn't got any questions, who am I going to see in the room next week? We're not open on Tuesdays. We're opening Wednesday and Thursday. This month we are opening for non-farm payroll next Friday. And just get the software. Come on in. Okay. My aim is to cover the costs of the room every single day you are with us. Okay. So long as we end up with more than $200 a day, you have paid for your subscription. I'm assuming that it's a couple of $100 a day. But as I say, speak to David. How do you fund your account, Casey? Why don't you do evaluation accounts? Don't use your own cash at this stage. If you're having a hard time, come into the room, speak to David, okay? Speak to David if you've got the software. I thought you said earlier on you hadn't got the software. But you know, we will do our best to cater for you. Okay, we can't give it away. It costs money to run rooms. You know, I have to be paid, and I'm incredibly expensive. Cost of GoToWebinars not cheap either. You know, so speak to David. Okay, we want you in the room. See if he can do anything for you. All right. Takahiro, have you bought the software yet? Promise me, Casey, you'll do that. Yeah. Okay. When are we going to see you in the room? What's holding you back, my friend? What don't you understand? Okay, I've just shown you today how to make 44 points in the ES. Okay, now even if you only had 25% of that, the 10 points that I showed you in this, okay, 10 points, one trade, two trades, three trades. Okay, that one was a buy, there's your sell, in, out. Okay, what's holding you back, my friend? Is there something that I haven't explained to you? Do you want to make money? I promise you. Right, okay, so have you buried them? I will, listen, you don't have to answer to me, okay? I will look out for you, Takahiro. What a fantastic name you've got. And the room is open next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Get your pennies together, give them all to David, and come and make some more. All right? Whatever he's going to charge you, you will pay for it in your first month in the room. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody else got any questions? Is there anybody else here that would like to see anything before I hand you over to David? No, it's not. It's normally Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Casey. Okay, but next week, Tuesday is your July the 4th celebrations. So I've decided to open the room on Friday and do non-farm payroll with the guys. All right. Normally, you know, you just get 2 days in the week if there's a holiday. But I don't think that's fair. You pay your money, you want 3 days. So you're going to get 3 days next week, regardless of when July the 4th falls. Okay, if nobody's got any questions for me, I'm going to hand you over to David now. And thank you all very much for attending. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to speak to you about the success of this amazing software that is institutional grade software. Okay. What does that mean, Alpha? How long do I trade? How long? I don't know how long you trade, my friend. No, you're welcome, Casey. Very welcome. I hope to see you in the room. Oh, in the day, I open the room at 1 o'clock. Okay, and normally, you know, this is 1 o'clock UK time, Alpha. Okay, we'll start the analysis of the charts around about 1:30. Crude open is 2 o'clock. Okay, if there's a trade, I may take it, but the room will be open from, you know, 1 o'clock all the way till 4:30. So that's 3.5 hours. I would say trading a couple of hours, you know, but hey, if there's no trades, I'm not forcing them. All right. US time, Eastern Standard Time, Casey. It would open at 7 a.m., I believe. because the equivalent is 1 o'clock over here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, no, 8 o'clock. My apologies. Thanks, Earl. 8 a.m. Yeah. All right, David, are you with us?
Yes, Colin.
Okay. Well,
How's it going?
Jolly good, thank you. They've been great tonight.
Yeah. See, showing everyone to make all that 2,300. Very nice.
I think there's a few people that may want to speak to you. As I say, Casey, hope you can work something out with David. Earl, I'm sure we'll see you back in the room soon. Pleasure as it is always. And Paul, you're very welcome. If you're not in the room, come and see us. We're making money. All right. If you're not making money and you're getting all a little bit, disillusioned, I've shown you how to do it. And so did Michael. What a great day he had. Okay. I will be aiming for about 10 points a day in the ES, but if it's only 8, my apologies. If it's 28, then I'm sure you won't be complaining. All right. Take care. God bless, and see you all on the other side. Over to you, David.
Thanks, Colin. Let's see here. Yeah. Did you make me the presenter? Hold on.
Hang on a second. Oh, this is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to toggle up and all the good stuff.
This GoToWebinar stuff. How on earth do I do that? Sharing audience view.
I think you hit file.
Presenter. Here we go. I've got you.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Let's make you the presenter.
Perfect.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go through and show you the steps, the quick, easy steps, plus the discount code to get the TimeWarp. But Michael had sent this to me yesterday from a customer, and he had a nice little analogy here. But it was an email, current customer. It said, "Hi, Michael. I just wanted to give you an update on my progress. I am finally profitable with the software, but I had to decide to abandon all past learning about trading and fully trust the software. I had to even stop trying to micromanage every trade because I was getting out too soon on both sides of the trade. It's really been hard, just trade the times. Set stop and exit at the next time and fully expect the outcome." And here's his analogy. "I'm becoming like a babysitter of the software. I enter the trade, in parentheses, feed the baby, set the stop, put the baby to bed, exit the trade, wake the baby up, and get ready for the next trade, feed the baby again. Totally trusting the software to do its job and not to try and help it. Its job is my key to the success of the software. With that said, thank you so much for your hard work and making life much better. God bless you and yours." From a nice customer there. But so if you're, as you can see on the screen, you would go to backtothefuturetrading.com, our website. You would go to the product store. And then here's all our products. And we're talking about the TachEon TimeWarp on the left. We do have the other products, the Aurora, the Optimus Auto Traders in a beta testing. Probably have more information. If you'd like to know anything on any of these, whether it's Force, Optimus, Aurora, or the Warp, you can always email me too, David at backtothefuturetrading.com, or you can call or text me too, 727-742-2626. But to grab the Warp right now, you would go to TimeWarp, learn more, and then basically we're going to scroll down. Oop. Yeah, all over here. Scroll down for the all the info and the buy now button. It's a big orange button. There it is. And you can come in, you can do it with the pro room or just do the buy now. It's your choice. And then of course we have the purchase agreement on here. All sales are final. People ask on the computer requirements. Michael always says if you have a computer 5 or 6 years or newer, you should be in great shape. And then you would click on there. You're going to bring into the page. And I think I clicked on with the warp or with the room. So that does give you that, shows you the discount there. But just on the warp itself, now you can hit warp off, WARP-OFF, hit apply, and that'll take the 500 off, bringing the 2,500 down to, or 2,495 to 1,995. And then of course you hit checkout. If you did want the room or not, you can add that. If you don't want it, you can remove it. And that's it. Simple, easy, WARP-OFF. And if you want to talk or get any other information on any of the products, yeah, call or text me, 727-742-2626. And I hope to hear from you. And if any questions on anything, even our Edge product that we had back in May 1 and May 2, those plugins, Michael, I think, is going to come up with some sort of a 4th of July holiday bonus here. So we'll get some other discounts, whether you're a customer or you're brand new. But love to have you aboard, have you start making money with us, be a consistent trader, and to say that the TimeWarp or any of our products is the best tool you have in your trading toolbox. So I hope everyone has a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.